Hello everyone, this is Houndawg flying with you in the next historical aircraft in our series from the past 100 years of U.S. Navy carrier aviation. Today is June 30th, 1929, and we are flying the Boeing F4B from the Naval Air Station North Island, San Diego, to an arrested landing and launch on the USS Lexington CV-2. Clear prop.
Radio check. 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1. Radio check. The controls are free and clear. And we are cleared for takeoff. No traffic in sight. We are rolling. And we are airborne. While we're flying to the ship today, let's take a moment to recognize two important Navy carrier aircraft that preceded the Boeing F4B, the Boeing F2B and the Boeing F3B. In late 1924, Boeing set out to design the F2B to use the Pratt & Whitney R1340B WASP radial engine in a biplane fighter, designed specifically for carrier operations. The F2B was familiar to aviation enthusiasts of the era as the aircraft used by the 3C Hawks aerobatic flying team. Famous for aerobatic formation flying while physically tied together. The F3B had the same tapered wings as the F2B, but with a larger upper wing that was slightly swept back and a redesigned tail with surfaces made from corrugated aluminum. The F3B remained in first-line service to 1932. Now back to our flight in the Boeing F4B. From 1923 to 1933, Boeing produced a series of excellent Navy carrier biplane fighters, the most famous being the F4B. Boeing gambled by developing the F4B as a private-funded venture, hoping to replace the F2B and F3B, and the first flight took place on June 25, 1928. Although many civil aircraft were built as monoplanes in the late 1920s, the military still wanted proven World War I biplanes. While the Boeing fighters were still primarily cloth-covered, they did incorporate corrugated aluminum control and tail surfaces. The wing structure was made of wood, but the fuselage was aluminum tubing. The F4B was over 23 foot long with a wingspan of 30 feet and a maximum takeoff weight of 2,690 pounds. It was powered by the 500 horsepower Pratt & Whitney R1340 radial engine. Armament included two 30 caliber Browning machine guns with 600 rounds per gun and 244 pounds of bombs carried externally. The F4B was smaller, lighter, and more agile than the F2B and the F3B, but still used the same WASP radial engine. This resulted in overall better performance with a higher top speed of 189 miles per hour, a cruise speed of 160 miles per hour, and a service ceiling of 26,300 feet with a range of 600 miles. Initial deliveries were made to the Navy between June and August 1929. While in service, F4Bs underwent a number of changes, including the addition of an engine ring cowling, freeze ailerons, which decreased required stick forces at higher speeds, a carrier mobility. Nimble, rugged, and reliable, the F4B's debut coincided nicely with advances in carrier operations aboard the new carriers Lexington CV-2 and Saratoga CV-3. The F4B remained the Navy and Marine Corps' first-line fighter until replaced by faster and more powerful Grumman biplanes. From 1937 to mid-1941, the F4B was assigned to training command duties with Pensacola's Squadron 5 and was employed in the last phase of advanced pilot training. The F4B was Boeing's last biplane fighter. The USS Lexington CV-2, also known as Lady Lex or the Gray Lady, was the lead ship of the Lexington-class carriers, which included her only sister ship, USS Saratoga. Both ships were originally designed as heavy battlecruisers, but during construction of the hulls, the ships were converted into the Navy's first aircraft carriers to comply with the terms of the Washington Naval Treaty of 1922, which essentially terminated all new battleship and battlecruiser construction. The Lexington entered service in 1928 and was assigned to the Pacific Fleet for her entire career. Lexington and Saratoga were used to develop and refine carrier tactics in a series of annual exercises before World War II. On more than one occasion, these included successful staged surprise attacks on Pearl Harbor, Hawaii. The ship's turbo-electric propulsion system allowed her to supplement the electrical supply of Tacoma, Washington during a drought in the late 1929 to early 1930. She also delivered medical personnel and relief supplies to Managua, Nicaragua after an earthquake in 1931. In July 1937, the Lexington aided in the search for Amelia Earhart after her disappearance in the South Pacific. The Lexington was at sea when the Pacific War began on 7 December 1941, and she participated in continuous raids and attacks until May 8, 1942, when she was critically damaged by 2 torpedoes and 2 500-pound bombs during the Battle of the Coral Sea. Vapors from leaking aviation gasoline tanks sparked a series of explosions and fires that could not be controlled. Listing badly, her crew and aircraft were evacuated, and to prevent her capture, on the evening of 8 May, the Gray Lady was scuttled with 2 torpedoes from the American destroyer USS Phelps. Following her loss, workers at the Four Rivers shipyard successfully petitioned the Secretary of the Navy, Frank Knox, to rename the Essex-class carrier, then under construction, to USS Lexington CV-16 in honor of the lost carrier.